Welcome to DORK COURT. This is DORK COURT. We're going to judge you harshly, like dorks.
Boom. It's Mark and Steve and Larry and sometimes Walker. There he is.
What's up, man?
Nothing. I'm doing good. Awesome to see you.
Same. Right back at you.
Let me turn you up a little.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I realized we haven't done, even Randall. None of us have done anything for 3 weeks.
Well, let's see. Last week you got Memorial Day. Kids, Walker back.
Last week I was driving up from LA with Walker, so that's a little defensible.
Yeah.
But like, Mark is very busy. You're very busy. Randall, who knows what Randall's deal is, but he can't even be bothered to watch movies anymore.
Well,
so yeah.
It's the ups and downs of life, right? It's the peaks and valleys of what gets, the girls are about to be done with school and then they're about to start camps. It's a different kind of busy because it's, I guess same amount of time. Oh, actually one of the camps is a lot. So Marlowe's at one camp for like 3 hours a day. So it's like it's like by the time you drop them off,
it's time to go get her again.
You're pretty much turning around and going back. So, but anyway, how's it to have a walk back in the house?
Oh, super fun. I finished his secret book.
Oh, awesome.
He knows about it now.
Okay.
It's I'm glad I didn't print it, and just present it to him because he had some
things he wanted to do to it.
Yeah, he's like, if this is going to be a document of my year, like this one needs to go. That one I did with Jack, so like I don't feel like I should put that in.
Put it in there. Oh, got it.
Lots of stuff like that.
Yeah, that's that's cool.
And so it was a little dynamic, but then I really got into because it's hard to like. This needs to go on between page 32 and 33. It's like, you know how
I get it. Oh yeah, I get it.
But I've been doing it a while, so I'm like, just give me everything at once, so I know where the puzzle pieces need to go.
Right. Let me take off this hat. Let me put on this hat. Give me A to Z, and I got you.
Yeah. Right. And yeah, exactly. And so he was really like, I've never seen you put a book together before. And I'm like, well, you still haven't. Like this was 80% done. He goes, no, but this is the hard part. Like, you built 80% of the house, and now you have to make sure that everything's square and the roof doesn't leak and the proper paint is in the kitchen. And I'm like, well, you got that metaphor right.
Yeah.
And so it was really fun. I'm glad because I said we need some stuff to contextualize everything because I don't know why you did this thing. And like, I know what a 3-2-1 is, but like your grandmother's not gonna.
Yeah. So like little write-ups and stuff like that. That's
cool. So
at
first I was like, well, let's just give me a sentence or two for each one. And I'll put it on a Post-it note and, make it like that. And he goes, just do a caption box, Daddy. Everyone says author's note. And I went, right. We're not getting fancy. It's just 12-point courier through the whole thing. That's awesome. It's 9 because it's 6x9. But if it was 11x7, it would have been 12-point courier. To make it look like a screenplay.
Yeah.
So of course a caption box with that font in it is what you want. And so little notes like that, he just was making it better.
I like that.
Yeah. And he changed the back cover. I thought it would be cool to just have a picture of him like as an author's thing for each year. And he goes, I'm not going to look that different across the 4 years. So like, why don't you just do this? And he really liked on the back of this Shield book I did that had the level 3 and the level 7 ID cards. So you're going to love this because it's from, Mark's thing at San Diego where he goes up to the room and like whips the ID card out and tries to get in there. He literally did that every day until he destroyed his ID card. And I'm like, so what'd you do? And he goes, well, once it broke, I had to just go get another one. And so the back cover is his fresh new one, and his destroyed
one. I love it. That's so smart. Yeah, that's
so it kind of looks like, well, yeah, that's what happened over the course of the year.
Yeah. Oh, that's so smart.
You guys got wear and tear on each other as souls, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's it. That's smart.
And the other thing is that was really cool is he goes, "Is there an opportunity to put some pictures in this book?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'll make it fit." And it went from 176 pages to 132 to 144, and now it's done at 152.
Oh, that's not bad. That's
awesome. So basically, through all of that, it just took us a while to take out the one he did with Jack, and a second one that I accidentally put in an earlier draft of another one which I didn't know because they changed titles.
Oh,
and so as I was formatting it, he just uses all his buddies' names as the characters.
Yeah.
So it's like Jasper from 6th grade. He like made a pact with his kid Jasper, who was the first one to tell him. He's like, "Yeah, I think that you're going to be in Hollywood."
Yeah. So
when he was like 12, and it was after he wrote his community spec script.
Oh, funny.
And Jasper was like, "You get it, man. I don't know what's going on, but you get it." And so Walker was like, "This means so much to me, man. You're my first supporter. There's gonna be a character named Jasper or Brooke, which is his last name.
That's awesome.
In everything I do." And so, yeah, Jasper shows up like 3 times just in Jack Fry.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anyway, so I didn't get that I was reading 2 drafts because everybody's name was the same.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't rare.
Right. It was like, this is that Jasper story, not this Jasper story. Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
But boy, like nobody's going to spend the time I did with it because I was formatting the book, right?
Right.
But you can really like see what he learned in a year.
That's awesome. Like there's a progression of that's awesome.
Part of it, I mean, almost fully half of it is that it's the assignments the professors were giving them, right?
Yeah.
It's because you need to start out everybody from, day one, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you don't know where everybody is. So
exactly.
So his things are fine, but the tasks are not, that amazing. And even simple ones, he would just like take something else and like turn it up to 11. Like he did this one called Wedgied. And
I think he talked about that on here maybe once.
Maybe because of it's just basically a bully gets strung up on the fence.
On the fence,
right?
Yeah. I think he mentioned, yeah. I feel like maybe we talked about it.
We probably did because it was that was the first one where I was like, okay, man, you colored inside their lines, but you did
you did your own thing, right? Yes, I remember.
So it was really cool. So his little contextual box for that was like, yeah, I was watching something around Easter, and that they had the thing about Jesus and the criminals that they all got crucified together. I thought that would be a good thing for comedy. And I'm like, bro, that's just that makes it better. Like you completely get the whole author's note thing,
Yeah, well, you're gonna read that with a completely different perspective than when you just see the title called like Wedgie,
right.
That's awesome.
So by the time he gets to the end, it's stuff you could shoot now,
It's great.
And I'm like, that's wildly impressive. There's one story he did. I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah. Okay.
He did one story where the entire time I was like, bro, you're not going to be able to pull this off. This is wildly oversensitive theme for some people.
Yeah.
Dude, he walked it like his last name was Walenda.
Okay.
And he was going between the 2 World Trade Centers. It was insane. I was very, very impressed.
Well, he is. You know what the unique thing about him in his writing, and what I've always admired, especially at his young age, is he will take advice and he will take perspective, but if he feels he has something there to like voice, he does it. Which is like most beginning writers will get pushback on an idea or something and immediately like cower into a corner. Not that I think he's like being like it's not defensive. It's like
Sure.
no, I got something here. I'm gonna explore it out. And he's smart enough to know. I actually think he's too smart, because he's smart enough to know that where he can push the envelope. And I think the unique thing about his storytelling is he will only get better at that.
Oh, I know. It's scary, isn't it?
Which is scary. Yeah. So it's fun watching it like progress. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll see this. So
Yeah.
I will thank you for him.
Yeah. Well,
that's a great observation.
Well, we get to hang out for a week in a couple weeks. So that's
also, we should tell people. Good old Mark can't make it. That's making me sad.
Yeah, it's that, you know what it is? It's that that it's all the Vegas shows, because he has the Anaheim show and a Vegas show, and that's what it's been that for like it's so
at least 2 years, right?
Yeah, or longer. I think
probably
the one
longer.
year
he just always worked it out, right?
Yeah, I think the 1 year, I think if I remember correctly, he left the Anaheim one, flew back to Oakland at the time.
Oh no!
Repacked his bag, came to visit us, then went back to Vegas or something like that. So it's always like, because that's why like the 1 year he didn't stay till Monday, or the 1 year he didn't stay till Sunday.
Yeah.
So he's been tight roping that line for the past few years. And,
well, God bless.
It sucks, but it is. I kind of he when he dropped the bomb on you, he dropped the bomb on me, and I was just like, I kind of was a little expecting it, not in a bad way, but also just like, hey man, work is work, you know?
Yeah, I totally expected it. Honestly, I was ready to be pleasantly surprised if he could go.
Yeah,
but that's why I kind of was like, I was expecting it, so I kind of didn't really get sad.
Yeah.
It's just a drag because we're all getting old, man.
Yeah. Well, I look at it as our good hang and good chat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So and we run a tight ship on that side. So
last year was perfect.
Yeah, it was pretty spectacular.
I think that if we had Mark or just anybody, a fourth person, I wouldn't have run the lunch the way we did. I would have felt like I had to get everybody something, you know.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like,
no. I honestly,
Walker and I were talking about just how genius that was. that you just buy a loaf of bread, and he wanted peanut butter, and I got ham or something, and then that was our lunch for 5 days. And I got to go back to the room and go to the bathroom and make it for us, and then it was great. It worked really well.
We like I said, we have a well-oiled machine of what we do there.
Let's say, hey, Chris Sag saying, hey,
there you
everybody.
go. We got some eyes. That's
and
nice.
Timmy says, cheers. Good to see you, Tim. Speaking of Las Vegas, that's our ukulele hero.
Oh yes,
He's based in Las Vegas, and he always does cool ass. You know, I'm gonna do Pink Floyd on a ukulele in front of
awesome.
Something at Las Vegas, and I'm so jealous. It's probably a drag, you know, but it's probably super fun too.
Well, hard to hate on Vegas. I've always enjoyed Vegas. So
when I was in college, I had a friend who was named Karen, which is funny considering that Karen means something different now.
Yeah,
but she tinkled the ivories at the Marriott in Worcester.
Oh, like in the lobby or something?
Yeah. And so whenever everybody was like in the middle of something or having to study for a test that you didn't want to, we would go down there with like dollar bills like we're going to see a stripper. and like kind of get dolled up. Like the boys would put suits on.
Oh, nice.
And we would kind of all sit around. As before like flash mobs were a thing, but we just because we knew each other.
Yeah.
We like people would do little skits. One day I just started crying, and I was like, "You have to play Piano Man. You just have to." I miss New Jersey, and she's like, "It's okay." And I just start putting ones in her little. She had a brandy snifter, you know.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, "Can I sit with you?" And she's like, "The businessmen are going to want to sit with me." And I'm like, "I just let me sit with you." And she goes, "Okay, but you can't sing." Because she knew where I was going.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So that was cool. I got to sit on her little piano bench with her while she played.
That's so funny.
That was super fun. And like 3 of our friends were like waiting for something to happen or when it was their turn to pull something.
That's funny.
That's what I think of when people play. I want to do that for Timmy.
Yeah.
I wish I played it.
Yeah.
Start throwing lemons at him or something.
I wish I played an instrument well enough to do something like that. That's kind of a nice little nod.
I have lots of talents and lots more sort of hobbies, but music is not one of them.
More
I have
niche.
no musical talent.
Yeah, mine is more niche and more memory based, less physical. But
I can sing the octave and a half of the Star Spangled Banner.
There you go.
Because when I was younger, I found out it was an English drinking song. And
it's based off of that, right?
Yeah. Not the
actual. Yeah. But
would that be great if the Stars stayed?
Yeah.
They're like,
the cadences.
Put those Americans. No, it's the tune and the music, right?
Yeah.
So, but I thought that was really funny. It's like, of course, it's an octave and a half, because the only people that even want to try that are guys who have been drinking for 3 hours.
Well, it's the easiest way to get that over, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I learned that.
Oh, that's cool. What was I? When did you and Walker see Mandalorian and Grogu?
Oh, and Mimi. We went.
Oh, and Mimi. Yeah. I assumed.
We went on. I don't know. Sunday. Her birthday was Friday.
Yes.
And we were driving back from LA, and we spent all day Saturday just crashing and vegging, because. That I'm 62, man, and like,
yeah, dude, that's a drive, man.
Driving down 10 hours and then turning around 10 hours back the next day. I didn't have a nap, but I didn't feel like doing anything,
Yeah. That's easy.
So then Sunday we went to go see it, and I loved it. I loved it.
Well, I had the privilege of seeing it with Marlo, and I think with the exception of minimally seeing Star Wars stuff, she absolutely loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
And I said, as I was walking out, and I think I said it in our chat, I was like, if I was like 10 or 11 years old and that was my first Star Wars, holy shit, I'd be hooked. It's
lots of stuff to love in that one.
And I even thought it was scarier than if it was truly directed at kids. Because my daughter, Marlo, the one scene with the Amana-mans all like rolling and he was fighting them in the water.
Yeah.
She didn't like that part. She thought that was a little, but scary. And I was like, yeah, it's scary, but come on, the Mandalorian's going to win.
Yeah.
So it's like, so just watch it knowing that, what outcome you're going to get.
I totally get that, because, unlike Chris Seguisig, I don't like those Keiju things because of that. I was like 6 or 7 or 8, and I got that they were people in costumes and movies that weren't real and stuff,
right?
But it was still crazy. So I totally get, like, I wouldn't have liked that crocodile death roll stuff they were doing.
Oh yeah.
And just even when they showed the Hutts just being like space slugs for a change. Like, they never really showed that culture before because it was just a giant rubber thing.
Right.
Now they can have them moving around, and
okay, go on. I'm sorry.
No, if I was 10, I would have found that extremely off-putting, to the point where like maybe I was a little scared.
Yeah.
Because it's just weird,
Yeah, but she loved it. She thought, I mean, obviously when spoilers, but who cares? When the Mandalorian gets bit and he's like, and I'm immediately like, she's immediately like, oh, he's not dead. And I was like, correct. You just gotta, you just watch. Like this is, I explained to her, I said, well, this is so you can, if you ever wanted to make, this is the start of the separation of the two characters. If you wanted to ever make a Grogu movie, this is kind of the direction you'd go. But it was, I thought it was great. I read it's funny. I read reviews on it, not spoilers on it. And the reviews on it, I think you kind of commented as well, where everyone was like, oh, it's just a couple television episodes like smashed together.
Yeah. And
I was like, and I was immediately like, well, I love the television show. So that's great. That's almost 2 hours of the TV show. Great, sign me up.
That was my big problem with all of fandom this weekend, because a similar thing happened with SPIDER-NOIR, where for some reason, I don't know what it is, if it's just people being stupid, if you can point at the internet. I mean, humans are tribal. So so I don't think that we're supposed to know what everybody thinks about everything all the time, all at once.
Well,
because there's no way to process that, because people don't look at the context, right?
Before you jump into that thought,
okay,
I think what happened was, with the advent of social media, what they've gone is they've given everyone a soapbox to stand up and blurt whatever they want, and it's on people, individuals, to decide if they even want to listen to those idiots. A great example is what we're doing right now, right? Like, this is our little soapbox to talk about it, and if people want to listen, that's super cool. But for the most part, it's like take it or leave it. I think I don't
even think that. I think I can't arrange a time to hang out with you.
Yeah. Well, that's why that was the impetus.
Fucking Sagasag lives down the street from me.
Yeah.
And like every time I go to the bagel shop that's by his house, I'm like, oh, I wonder if Chris is around.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not text him and go, dude, what are you doing? I'm at the House of Bagels.
Yeah.
But it's just because we're old and it,
Yeah. I just think social media creates there's a vacuum there that people fill with stuff. And and I just think it's like, why are you poo-pooing on this movie? Like, what is there to poo-poo on it?
Well, that was my thing about, no one understands the context, because of the internet doing this, everyone's context is their own now.
Right.
So it's always like, what was I upset about in this Mando thing? And that's not Spider-Man, it's Spider-Noir, and technically Spider Pulp, but Spider Pulp Fiction is going to sound, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, but besides a 1 or 2 paragraph thing before you start telling us what you think about it, then tell us the context under which you're consuming this thing, right? I was in a bad mood because my father-in-law died, and fuck this, but thank God for Chris Pratt, because, or whatever, right?
Yep.
But everybody just starts off going like, well, here's what I think, and it's right.
Wow.
It's like, no, it's not.
Well, it's kind of like, it's full circle with the way I look at things. Like, when I write my reviews and I ask people to watch the movies I recommend, at the very end, I'm always like, listen, if you got to pay for it, I'll give you your money back. I liked it. If you didn't like it, that's on you, man. I can only give you my perspective. And
I love that, because you write it somewhat different every time.
I try.
It's and the one for Harry, who's Harry Crumb, was really funny, because you did something like, okay, like always, here's their money back guarantee, but nobody's ever going to take me up on this one because John Candy's fucking great.
Yeah, exactly.
It was some tone like that, and I was like, oh, Steve,
yeah,
you need to write 3 of those a week.
Well, we're going to chat about that after this, but I have a plan.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I was, what the thing is, I was just so shocked with the negativity of the movie. I think it sat in the
movie itself.
The
reception.
The reception. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I think it hit all the natural, traditional summer movie, like things. It was like fun. It was funny. It had kid elements that kids would love. It had action. It was 100% Star Wars. Like, that's the one thing. I think the only, what I enjoyed a lot about it, more than I thought I would, was it really, almost like no Force Jedi mentioned throughout the whole entire thing, which I was like,
I can't remember anything.
Just when he lifts the Rhoda out of he uses the Force.
Yeah.
But it's like not like lightsabers, and it would, it was really like it didn't really dive deep into the traditional Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you go through all of the movies, at some point a Sith is like present, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
and this one was just like, no, they're bad guys. This is like, and I liked it. It's like, this is the outskirts of the universe, and like, this is kind of what's going on out there, and which is why I always love the premise of the show, which of course will intermingle with things, but it's like, you know, you could have made a movie and had a like, you know, the Luke Skywalker cameo or Ahsoka or something. They didn't do any of that. They were just like, nope, Mandalorian and Grogu. Sigourney Weaver decided she wants to be in Star Wars, so we'll have her in it. And are you guys good? And it was like, wow, okay, yeah, man, I was happy.
Chris came up with a good thing. Weird to not hear the no John Williams-esque music. I actually think that would have been not good because I'm so used to that cool didgeridoo stuff that
Australian guy does. Yeah,
yeah,
the New Zealand guy does. Well, that's more right. I think
give me all that. That's Star Wars now.
Well,
or it's not that it's Star Wars. It's Star Wars is big enough that everybody's got their own music now.
That's exactly right. Like there's like the Skywalker kids music universe, and then there's like the Mandalorian Book of Boba Fett universe thing over here, which I'm cool. Like I
think it's great.
The Easter eggs in it were just, like I said, when he was fighting the Amanamans, that was an action figure that I remember my cousin Ronnie got. And it was a Power of the Force figure. I got one of the weird guys with the mohawk, and my cousin, this was a Christmas the one year. I remember it clear as day. I got one of the figures. I forget what his name is, but he had like a cool mohawk, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. And my cousin Ronnie got the Amanaman, which is that weird snake-looking guy.
Yeah.
And it was always his favorite toy to play with. But it's one of those things where it's such a background thing in the universe that you're just like, you kind of free reign whatever you want to do with it. And it was always like, and he always like, that was one of the bad guys or one of the bounty hunters. And it was always this cool. And then when I saw it on screen, and it's funny, I didn't even text my cousin about this, but I should. I'll text him after this. I was like, you know, he's 46. I'm like, you must be like beside yourself because a toy you played with when we were like 11, 10, they put on the big screen the way you played with that toy. Like, and that alone was worth whatever the $80 that it cost me and Marlo to go to the movies, you know?
Yeah.
It was.
Did you see what my buddy Cassidy Bowman wrote on my Facebook about that?
Because
I was going nuts about, you know, it's not even a Monoman anymore. They're the Amani.
Oh,
you know? They're making it even cooler. So I'm like, right on. And I just happened to mention that I enjoyed that. That I think I said something like, what are you belly aching about, right? That like just go to the theater and you're getting a theatrical quality Star Wars on your TV at home. So they're just taking that experience and making it in the theater. And like making you want something bigger to happen. I don't. Like just put that on the screen. I would watch The Mandalorian on a theater screen if I could. Anyway, so I said I can't do this because I can't fit 100 people who know who a Man is in my living room, right?
Right.
And so my friend Cassidy goes, who worked for ILM back in the day, and he lives in like Springfield, Mass now, I think.
Okay.
He owns his own restaurant. He's like, but he used to be like the procurement guy for ILM.
Oh, interesting.
Like if they're like, oh, we need a wolf to understand like how wolves blink, he would get them a wolf. Okay. And like he would just do it. It's like, what did you do for insurance? Like, we just kept it in the parking lot. You know, stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Anyway, he mentions he clicks on that, links another friend of his who ends up being like, she was the main secretary for all of ILM. And he goes, hey, my friend Larry likes the Amani Man thing. Is so-and-so still with us? I think I remember he died. And she goes, yeah, he would have loved it, but because somebody who worked there, who was like a background guy, came up with that character. They're like, make a slug that looks like a cobra and it's a guy. And they're like, okay, right on, Dave, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
And it turns out his other big claim to fame is he was the dude in the original Gamorrean guard suit in Return of the
awesome.
Jedi. Yeah, so he's just like one of those guys. And
see, how do you not love that?
So when you told that whole story about like your cousin getting really thrilled,
yeah,
I'm like, can you imagine that? Like, just that guy hearing about your cousin giving a shit would have been like the best news ever. But the thing you made up is on there too. So I don't know.
Well,
I think it's really cool when they do stuff like that.
That's why it's like it really just blew my mind, because it was like I was watching the next, and then the other thing which I was just watching like the next. I took it as the next iteration of Star Wars.
Yeah,
and not even that Star Wars is gone and this is a new it was just like it's not a phase. It's not one of those. It's just like it's different. And it was great. And like I said, my daughter loved it. And I just was like, okay, give me this movie every 2 years. Give me this movie. Like, just keep on giving me. And it was just
like an adventure. That's all I want.
And
what's going on with those characters?
There was no time constraint, like a television show time constraint. So it was like, I didn't know where it was going. I kind of knew, but you're also like, they find the coin guys so quick that you're just kind of like, oh, okay. It does have TV pacing where it's like, oh, he found him. Oh, this happened. Oh, he brought him back to the Rebel Alliance. You're like, oh, but then you're like, there's a lot of time left in this movie. I wonder where it goes. And then I thought it was just, it had a lot of room to breathe. And then the other thing that I absolutely adored was they did stop motion, which say whatever you want. The fact that they put that in the movie and how good it looked was just like, what a nod to that part of the industry when you watch the credits. And Rodney's in the credits, by the way, which is super crazy.
Yeah. That's cool.
But when you watch the credits and there's like, 100,000 animators in there, but then they use Tippett Studio to do all of like those little guys. And
the jar game.
It was amazing. And it looked amazing. I don't know, man. That movie was just, like I said, if I was 11 and I saw that, I'd be the biggest Star Wars fan in the world. And I'm already a pretty big Star Wars fan because I saw the other ones when I was little. So,
did you hear the other cool thing about that game with the stop motion that I think it was Ken Chung made Phil a set of all those characters for his birthday, but added a new one, and he was like, "This is your set, man," and that's how you know he like and they put it in the movie. It was the little yellow slug guy, looked like a centipede.
Oh yeah.
That was a nod to Phil going, thanks for doing this. This is why I'm in the industry. And he just and Phil was like, yeah, that's going in the movie. Isn't that great?
That's crazy. Yeah, it was just I don't know. I can't imagine Star Wars fans really poo-pooing on it. And then the unique thing is then you have the next Star Wars movie that comes out is what, Starfighter, which where does that go?
Well, Mimi is and Walker to an extent too is pretty excited for that one because Ryan Gosling and Star Wars.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
please.
Yeah, sure. that guy doesn't know how to make a bad movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did write down Spider-Man-Noir because I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I'm interested in your.
I loved it.
I will say this, as I've always said to you, I just want more Conan. As someone who's a Spider-Man fan or someone who likes Spider-Man, it's just another flavor of Spider-Man. So are you enjoying it? Is it?
Yes, it was fantastic. That's what I want. I don't like. It was really fun because Tom Holland's so perfect. If you're not watching a Tom Holland Spider-Man, it's kind of not as good as it can be, right? So the only way to combat that is don't do that version of Spider-Man.
Right.
And oh my God, did this just hit all my buttons, right? Because it's a perfect, like, if you knew nothing about Spider-Man, and you were like born in 1938 and you just somehow magically appeared in my living room, you would love that movie because like Nicolas Cage is kind of doing like a half-assed Humphrey Bogart,
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Nicolas Cage. The guy won an Academy Award. He's not a bad actor. He's a pretty
that's
spectacular
the thing.
actor.
Everybody says it's like a half-assed Humphrey Bogart, but it's not. It's very specifically that Edward, what's his name? Edward J. Robinson or
Eugene Robinson?
I forget who it is. But the guy that talks like that all the time.
Yeah, was it?
He just pitched his voice lower and spoke slower, but did that. And it sounds like he's just a guy from the 30s. And he looks like a guy from the 30s. And every once in a while, he does something like this.
Edward G. Robinson.
Edward G. Robinson.
Thank you.
Pulls some goop out of his arm and doesn't understand it. And then, you know what I mean? It's like, it's really good. I liked everything about it. Just because, Nicolas Cage is so weird that he's always playing kind of comic book characters, even when they're not based on comic book characters.
I agree.
Like Drive Angry is just like the best Vertigo comic ever.
Oh yeah.
And so I was kind of going in that. It's like, well, if he's gonna get it, and he did Ghost Rider, and he's kind of not really Ghost Rider, and he tried Superman, and that just wasn't gonna work. But oh boy, finally,
well,
he's got a thing that matches his deal. Well, you're kind of not really Spider-Man. You're kind of not really a noir thing. You're kind of like this interesting thing. Why don't you just show us what you're going to do, Nick? And it's fantastic. That's what happened. And it's fantastic.
Which is why some of my favorite Nick Cage movies are when he's playing a superhero that's not a truly defined superhero. So like my favorite Nick Cage movies are like 8mm, Drive Angry, and Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah, okay,
and
that's cool.
And if you think about those movies, he's a superhero, not a superhero, but he's the hero in all of those movies. Right. And he's kind of like playing like Nick Cage as like you could kind of take traits from different superheroes. I mean, he's he's like an insane comic book fan. So like, like his like reference is like, oh, I'm going to play this like
right.
Daredevil.
He knows what he's doing.
Like when he was in Kick-Ass. Like he's playing Batman. He's like, oh, Kick-Ass is I get to be Batman.
Not just that, he's playing Adam West Batman.
Well, that's right. He's like, oh, I get to play that. All right, I'll do it the Nick Cage way.
Yeah.
And it's like, and even like when you think of his movies like Con Air, like Con Air is his like homage to like action, like Arnold and like Stallone.
Sure, the 80s.
He's like, I'm an 80s action star. I'm gonna do this movie. And then you kind of like The Rock. He's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna kind of like bumbling kind, like I'm not really an action star, but I could. He's just.
I just love how Nicolas Cage finds himself in a James Bond movie.
Yeah, exactly.
that's what I like.
Yeah,
about the ride.
That's
all right. Let's go with the boys here. Tim says, "What's the theme song you like the most?" I'll strum it in Vegas. I personally like From Russia with Love.
Okay.
But everybody likes Thunderball, and I really like Never Say Never Again because I like Thunderball so much. But From Russia with Love is my favorite because there's just something about Shirley Easton. She's the gal for James Bond movies. I know more about the James Bond songs in the credits than I do who directed each one.
I don't think I remember who directed them all. I used to for a while there, but
I was talking to John Suntrays a couple of years ago, and I was on his show with Robert Meyer Burnett, and both of those guys are giant James Bond fans. And I know all the plots, talking along with them, and they're like, "Oh, Guy Hamilton, I think, is my favorite director." And I'm like, "What?" And they neither one of them could fucking believe that I just have this giant hole in my head.
Like the directors,
the directors of James Bond movies. I couldn't tell you. I know Sam, what's his name, did some of the last couple. Sam Mendes.
Oh, Sam Mendes
did some of the what's his name?
The Daniel Craig ones. Daniel Craig ones. Yeah.
Like it's not Don Craig. Dan Craig. Yeah. James Bond is like Superman to me. I just enjoy it too much, so I don't want to analyze it.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily need that level. Like the only one I really like the first Craig one, Casino Royale.
Yeah.
And that's the guy who did isn't that Martin Campbell? I think he did others. He did Mask of Zorro. It's in my book. I'm trying to think of what else he did.
I'm just usually not a director guy. I'm a writer guy. Mm-hmm. And so it's okay. Most people know that, but when you get a giant genre thing, it seems like something I should know.
Yeah, he's Martin Campbell is No Escape. I'm trying to think of what movie the Ray Liotta No Escape.
Okay.
But he also did I think he did GoldenEye too. But he did GoldenEye, but then he came back and did Casino Royale with Daniel Craig. So
yeah, I really like the Craig ones, honestly.
Yeah,
I just know people think it's uneven, but James Bond is uneven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like saying that there are uneven sections of film is kind of precious because it's baked into the concept where you change actors every 3, 4, 5 movies. Like people are going to be on edge.
Yes.
And so that just works for it. I don't know. I liked it.
I read an article recently that they were saying that Skyfall is the most complete. I
hate that one.
I'm trying to remember. That's the one where he's at the house, right? Where he's like his family home, his family namesake house, or something like that.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that one in a while. I got to rewatch that one.
It's I forget if that's the one I hate or not. What was the one before that? The one where Moneypenny kills him, and he falls to his death, and then like hangs out in Tahiti, like his name is Coulson for a while.
Oh yeah. All the Daniel Craig
middle of Skyfall. I don't know.
I'll do some research after this.
I don't like that one because it's basically an M movie. I guess it's not Skyfall.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else? Let's see what else we got here. We got.
Oh, Chris says that is Skyfall. Okay.
Oh, it is Skyfall. Okay.
Fuck that movie then.
Yeah,
because
that's what I don't remember.
There's several things I hate about that movie. He drives an Aston Martin. So that throws off everything, right? Because it can't be the same guy because he just started in Casino Royale like 5 years before. Right. So where did that fucking car come from? All right. And then the whole thing where Moneypenny kills him in the beginning and he's dead. The whole middle of the movie is he's dead. I refuse to believe that it's anything else. And then Q kind of reanimates him like RoboCop. And M is like, okay, you're fine now. That's the only way that movie makes sense to me, because everything else is so jammed in there that James Bond has just been this thing that he's like some kind of immortal warrior who's worn a different face for like the last 80 years. Come out and say that if that's really it. Then we're gonna start liking something different, I guess.
Yeah.
Or just go. Adds James Bond and just put them all in the mid-60s and just do Spectre and Smersh and Fight in Russia and then have that be a James Bond movie and then we're all good. Yeah. James Bond is sorry.
No, it's good.
James Bond is a Time Lord. That works better for me if you say Mary Poppins is a Time Lord because her little carpet bag is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And Emily Blunt plays her as well as whatever her name is,
Julie Andrews.
So that works for me.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one again. I don't remember. That's the one where he like fails all the tests, but they pass him anyway, right? Is that where like they're trying to get him back up to snuff, and he fails everything, and they're just like, yeah, he's James Bond, just put him back up. Yeah, exactly.
Have this watch with a laser in it. You'll be fine. Take your vitamins. You'll be fine.
I'm glad Spider-Man. So is Spider-Man Noir? Is this a one-off thing? Do you think they'll do it again? Are they gonna?
Well, it's an interesting question. I hope it's a one-off thing, but they do something different. Like give us a Peter J. Parker movie, right?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And starring the guy who played Nick Miller in New Girl, and then have the first third of it be fucking Chris Pine, you know?
Oh, right.
And give me that show. Well, if you did that and just have you know, into the Spider-Verse kind of section of movies, that then Sony can carve out its own little thing, and no one gets mad, and everybody's happy because now we have two different kinds of Spider-Man movies.
So was that the impetus of this? This is Sony just like maintaining the rights to Spider-Man?
I didn't follow any of this, so
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, because it kind of I feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. I kind of heard like blips and drips of this.
Well, I knew they were doing it, and I knew that it was based on a comic, so the comic came first. I don't know if the comic, Walker would probably know, if the comic was before the character showed up in
yeah, it's like 09. It's Into the Spider-Verse, if it came before Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I think it's an older character. But I'm sure Chris would know 100% for sure.
I got really excited, so I started checking all my costume guys, you know? And so one of the leather places has a like sort of Dominic Fortune looking leather vest.
Okay.
And I was like, that's not in the show. Like, what are they doing? And it looked really cool. It had like a commando sweater underneath it, and the mask and goggles are the same. And it's because that they did a wearable version of the comic book costume. And so I was like, well, dude, I talked to Walker. I was like, we kind of have all this stuff, man. We do these funny 2-minute costumes where it takes us a day to put something together. Yeah, that really was. Like, it took 10 minutes from like,
I got this.
Put this on, go stand in front of the fence. It was literally 10 minutes from the idea to putting it on Facebook.
That's awesome.
And so I hope they do more, because I love that world. It's a little weird in that it's cast for the modern day and not for like the 1930s. There's only, it's not really distracting, but there's one bit where the girl plays the Black Cat.
Okay.
Cat Hardy. She's played by an Asian American actress, and she's great, but they fully dress her in that whole stereotypical dragon lady thing from the 40s. And so people like me are going, what? It's so distracting. Like, you dressed her up as a bad guy fucking racial stereotype.
Right.
And she's a good guy the whole time. And it has this weird tension. And we watched it all at once, which was great. It took us 10 hours to do the 8 episodes.
It was 8 episodes. Yeah. Okay.
And we could have done it. I could have done it quicker by myself, but but Walker was like, it's a legend in our house that I watched all of the first season of Netflix Daredevil in one day. That came out at midnight. So from midnight to 3 in the morning, I watched the first 3 episodes.
That's
I slept from 3 to 7, and then got up and took him to elementary school. Right, got up, did his lunch and breakfast, did everything, and I was telling him about it the whole time. I was like, okay, this is great. And when you come home, I'm going to tell you the whole thing, and then we can eventually watch it. And I watched the whole thing. I finished before I had to go get him for baseball or whatever.
I think I did that with that Kinnaman Altered Carbon. I think I think that all came out in one piece. I haven't done that in a really no, because Reacher comes out serial and most of the
that was the only time I did it. It's just there's too much going on, right?
Yeah.
But that's why it got to be legendary. So when this came out, he's like, Daddy,
you got to do it.
I'm going to be home. I'm going to do that. And I'm like, dude, I get up with mommy. We're on East Coast time.
Right.
So like, you're like Mr. College getting up at 10. I'll be half done.
Right. That's 5 hours into my day.
I will wait for you if you want. And he goes, yeah. So he got up around 7:30.
Okay.
And we finished around 4:30. So whatever that is.
Does it leave
9 hours?
Does it leave open-ended at the end? Does it have could you make a season 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And he's not Peter Parker, right?
He's not Peter Parker.
Because he's not Peter Parker in the cartoon, in the animated one either. I don't know. I don't know about that. I only saw that cartoon once, but there is an interesting thing. He has a line where he's, it's Ben Reilly Investigations. It says B. Reilly, private investigator on his door. Everybody calls him Ben and stuff. But one character is like, knows him from the war. Oh,
you know?
so it's a different name.
And he goes, yeah, you changed your name. Why'd you choose this? So all the nerds are like, he's
Ben Parker?
really Peter Parker. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no, he's Don Draper. Like, that happens a lot, man. Stuff like that's kind of, I don't want to ruin anything for you, but everybody gets their powers from Nazi experiments.
Oh, that's cool.
Proto-Nazi experiments, right? Because it's in World War One. He is there, yeah. Okay, Chris. You know, I think it's cooler if he's not, but you know, maybe he did take that name because it's his. Maybe it's Ben Parker, right? And he just goes by Riley now.
That's what I saw online. Everyone's like, no, it's Uncle Ben. It's Ben Parker. It's just it's another part of that little.
Well, whatever it is, it's fucking bananas great.
Yeah.
I when I finished it, I was like, I would watch the color version right now, just so I could watch it again.
That was the other thing I was going to ask you. So it was filmed in color, and then they went back and retroactively black and whited the whole thing, or did they do? Yeah,
maybe. I mean, I don't know. What's his name? The guy.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage said they shot it twice.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure that's true.
Yeah.
It might have seemed that way to him, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't think they shot it in black and white and then did separate coverage with a color camera. That seems a little expensive.
Who's the big bad guy in it?
Silvermane. And then there are analogs to Sandman and
Silvermane. Yep.
There's a guy that has flame powers.
Okay.
But that looks crazy good in black and white.
Oh yeah, of course,
because they shoot it with the Dutch angles, you know, and the stark Venetian blind shadows through everything, and then crackling fire on a hand, man. It's just all black and white blobby shit.
Yeah,
it just looks so good. And you know the way they do stuff now, they have a little light off camera that they just wave in the guy's face.
Yeah.
So when you have your hand up there, there's like
reflections
and stuff on your face. So when they animate shit, it looks like it's playing with the actor.
That's cool.
And that's just like lots of stuff like that where you're like, I can see that's where the cable goes to support the stuntman, but you know what? That looks great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm an adult, but I'm also a kid, and
that's cool. I'm glad it's good.
Super rewarding. I loved it. I love weird shit.
Well, I like that Marvel is do that stuff. Like, that's fun. That's good shit, man. That's why Man-Thing was like stuff like that's why even when we chatted last, like the Punisher one shot, like dude, do stuff like that. Like, I get it. Make us wait for these big, you know, and then I mean, really the crazy part is they're dropping this, and then in 2 months is the Spider-Man movie.
I know, yeah.
Like, I haven't even seen. I feel like that hasn't. I feel like that hasn't gotten on TV enough yet. That's coming.
Yeah. They did. You know, Marvel does that really well. That like when they're shooting, you can't do anything about. Like all the kids know, right?
Yeah.
So they put stuff out. Look, here's Spider-Noir on the stagecoach or whatever.
Right.
And then you forget about it until the show comes up, and then it's like, wow, that's great. And so they did the same thing with Tom Holland. They're winging him around, you know, Times Square on a cable.
Yes.
And then you kind of forget about it, and then you're like, oh fuck, that's coming out. Well, we're at San Diego, isn't it? You know,
honestly
it is. Something's coming out.
Well, I did a
23rd.
Yeah, I did a quick rundown, and I did a rundown. I was like, this is the first time in a while.
Oh, right.
I feel like
there's an Electro guy.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would say this is the first time in a while where I feel like there is like a pretty solid cadence of summer movies.
Oh, good.
So like next week is June 5th. You have the Masters of the Universe and the new Scary Movie coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. The week after that, you have Disclosure Day. The week after that, you have Toy Story 5. And technically you have that the Hugh Jackman Death of Robin Hood movie, which looks kind of interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then the 26th June, you have Supergirl.
Okay.
Then July 1st, you have Minions and Monsters.
Okay.
Which you know is going to do
a
lot. The 10th, you have Moana, the live-action Disney Moana.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. The 17th is the Odyssey.
Uh-huh.
And then the 31st is the Spider-Man movie. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movies that are all like, who knows what wins that weekend?
Yeah. Like you said, though, that's a really good slate of movies for the summer.
Like if that's your summer, like, okay, you're a kid, you're going to see Toy Story 5, you're going to see Minions and Monsters, and you might see Moana. Dude, that's a pretty spectacular summer of movies.
I didn't even know Toy Story 5 existed.
Yes, it's the toys against electronics. So it's against like an iPad. I haven't seen anyone pass the second one, so I really don't know anything about it. But Marlo was telling, we saw the trailer when we were in the theater.
How have you not seen the Toy Story movies? That's insane. Just missed it?
Yeah, it kind of hit at a time where pre-kids, I've seen all the princess stuff, but I've never seen the Toy Story ones. But then so you're not a kid. So you have like Masters of the Universe, Disclosure Day, Supergirl, Spider-Man. Like just between like Supergirl and Spider-Man, that's pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to go see the Odyssey, which I kind of want to see the Odyssey, like, all right, that's okay. That's, I was doing math. I was like, wow, that's like, if you saw all these movies, that's like $500. I don't know.
What, there's not one over the last week of July.
I think it's Spider-Man. I'll triple check. I was looking.
You said earlier. The 31st. I thought it was the 23rd.
I don't think
that'd be great. I would unclench a little. I always remember what happened last year? We practically watched all the FF clips over each other's shoulders.
Yeah, and then the year before that, it was the Deadpool stuff.
Yeah. That was great.
Let's see. Upcoming June, July. Nothing, man.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Well, hold on. So it's, what week would that be? The 26th, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. That's July. I'm in the wrong week.
23rd?
The 24th.
24th.
The only movies, Her Private Hell, no idea. Hades Town, which is a musical, and Motor City, which is the Reacher guy movie. But that's it. And then the 31st is Spider-Man.
I am looking forward to Spidey. Walker, remember at Christmas I got him a Del Mar's Cafe shirt?
Yes.
So he was wearing it around school, and everybody's like, hey, what's that? Because we know you're the guy with the movie shirts. Because he has to, like, once a week, he has to defend his Dallas Cowboy shirt from Alien Nation, right?
He is in Southern California, so
hey, fuck you. And it was like, hey, fuck you. This is from the 80s, and it's a movie, so fuck you.
Right. It's just,
I'm a Niners fan. So all his buddies are like, what's this? He's like, oh, it's from the Spider-Man that's coming up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, how do you know? And he's like, because I'm the t-shirt guy. And then
I know.
And then I got him all the Project Hail Mary shirts.
Yes.
And so he's walking around with those, and everybody's like, oh yeah, you are the movie t-shirt guy, aren't you? He goes, yeah. So I'll tell you, this one's that's what Spider-Man wears in the new one. They're like, how'd you know? And he's like, yeah, I got a guy.
I know a guy.
A movie t-shirt guy? He's like, yeah, he's my dad.
That's so good. Is he doing it? Is he just laying low? What's his game plan this
For the
weekend?
Summer?
Or just this weekend? What's he up to?
Oh, this weekend he's trying to get a summer online French class arranged that gets him credit, so he doesn't have to
take it during the school year.
Because they're 8 o'clock classes.
Oh.
And he's a writer.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about French.
Yeah,
But man, he has no facility for language. He's not good at it. And we thought he's getting all A's except in French, right? And I was like, look, man, I don't stress.
Yeah.
We're not one of those parents.
Yeah.
But just do the best you can. And
Yeah.
he got a pretty bad first grade
Okay.
in the class, but it's like they slapped him.
Yeah.
And he ended up with a B.
Okay.
And it was an 80. So that's the lowest B you can get. But
hey, still a B.
His first test was like in the 40s.
Okay.
Well, so he just went, okay, I've learned my lesson. I can't fake myself through another language.
Yeah.
And he ended up with an 80 for the semester. So, you can't complain about that.
Well,
I wasn't that kind of student. I would just go, that's not for me. I'm going to just cancel that class.
Yeah. What I learned is there's those stupid elective classes that you have to take. So whatever gets you out of that class, that was my thing is when I went, you had to take a physical education class.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I'm not running. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing tennis. Oh, golf? What do I have to do for golf? And it was like, you just go to the driving range and you can, if you can kind of
shoot some buckets. Yeah.
And if you could dictate like the rules of golf, you pass. I was like, there you go. That's what I'll do.
Class, yeah.
That is whereas I think my wife had to take Lauren had to take fencing or something, like some crazy
yeah.
And I was like, you had to go and train and do things, and it was like all a big to do. But anyway,
when I was in school, I had that as well, but I had already arranged my work study with the athletic department because I realized that they had a big closet full of fencing gear, and I had just spent 3 years in a fencing academy in Vermont, fucking around. So I just presented it to the athletic director. I'm like, look, man, there's all this shit. I can sit there and do a class, and
that's crazy.
And that could be my work study, and
qualify for your athletic credit or whatever.
And I'm teaching it, so I don't need you could just sign off on my credit for that, right? And he was like, yeah, but the best part about that was because it was through the athletic department that I got paid my work study weekly stipend, even if I wasn't there.
So that's amazing.
So during spring break,
you're still getting your.
I got 2 weeks worth of money for doing nothing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so all my friends were like, hey, fuck you. And I'm like,
hey, man.
If you like the Three Musketeers as much as I did, you too could have worked.
If you took fencing in Vermont, you'd be where I am. That's awesome.
So yeah, so there's always some scam, and that's where Walker came from. So he's working his scams.
I love it. Well, we hit 5, so I don't know if we should.
Yeah, we have a little housekeeping about our upcoming thing to take care of. So we should probably do this and speak in the green room for a bit.
Let's do it. Well, everyone, thank you for listening. Hope everyone has a great weekend.
Chris and
finishes
Timmy, I guess.
Yeah, and whoever the third person was who never made their presence known. Maybe it was Walker.
It might be sometimes Walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been hanging out with his buddy Colm, who's
back in town.
Yeah, he's going to school up in Toronto. So.
Oh, nice.
That's where the Star Trek sets are. So I'm like, hey, let's go see Cole.
Yeah. Ask him how his French is coming. Because he's probably
I don't know. He's a man of the world, so he's probably got some language facility. I don't know.
Interesting.
About French, but he's a big old Irish kid.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks everybody.
Thanks all.
End story. Go room.